We back. You thought you got rid of us. Back the ball in our head.
White man over bite.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, you got to do your lips like, let's go.
Well, I got the over
Let's
bite,
go.
the white man over bite, then you got to
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Has it been what, 2 weeks now?
3.
3 weeks?
Yeah,
man, what am I tripping on?
Hey, it was. Who was there? It was me. It was Mike. It was nothing.
Yeah. I thought I had to talk to my lawyers on that one, man. I was like, hold up, man.
Yeah, 2 white guys took over the show, man. He's freaking out. So yeah, man. What is up, America? It is game time.
Let's go.
Finally.
Right.
Finally.
Right. If you're still playing.
I'm barely even in it, so yeah, I mean, it's playoff time. I mean, if you do it right, week 14, 15, and 16, because you don't want to be playing the playoffs week 17. That's
right.
That's for the amateurs right there, true. Because people have been clinching and benching their players and everything else. So here we are, man. Week 15. Are you still surviving in a couple of leagues?
Yeah, I think I'm in 2 out of 6.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So you got a shot at 2 championships.
Right.
2 more. Right. This guy, man, got hands full of rings around here. I'm messing around trying to just, I'm scraping by trying to get one. I got 2 total in my lifetime. I've been playing 500 leagues, but yeah, I'm on here giving advice now. Yeah, that's kind of how that works. They get those who can't, they just go out there and talk about it.
Hey, ain't too many rings been coming my way lately too, man.
Hey man, but if Sean Salisbury gets to critique quarterbacks, I can at least talk about some fantasy football, right?
But you know what? I think I understand what my issue is the last couple of years. So we're gonna go over it. Yeah, it's an issue I got.
Well. I have an epiphany every year. Every offseason, I'm like, okay, all right, there it is. I got it. You
got to get your tight end
round 5. Yeah, exactly.
You have to.
It's something new every year.
Yeah.
But really, now I'm only down to 1 redraft league, so I can only have one epiphany about that. So it's kind of like, well, So, but been running that one for 15 years and never won it. So, and definitely won't win it this year with the first pick overall. So, man, it's good to be back. I mean, first of all, it's just good to see you. Second of all, it's good to be talking football with you.
Yeah, man, let's keep pushing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had some stuff going on, but I'm glad the show kept going. Like my pastor said, one monkey don't stop the show. So
it depends on who the monkey is, I guarantee you. Oh, man. All right, so I'm going to fix what we got going on here. A little technical difficulty. There we go.
Hey, Jeanette.
Yeah, now Jay's head really does look bigger than mine, so now I'm good to go. I'm feeling good. So, all right. Now that was messed up. Well, it doesn't really matter. All right.
What's up, man?
So, I thought we'd start off with a little positivity.
Oh,
with
man.
I'm
all over this.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Can I please go first?
Would you?
Miami Dolphins.
Hey!
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh? What happened?
That's what I'm talking about.
Who they beat?
Man, we beat some guy named Tom Bradley or something like that. He's over 40 and he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. Man, it's so good to see him frustrated on the sideline and stuff like that, man. Oh, man.
He was frustrated for 3 quarters in the Super Bowl, too, though.
Yeah, but we didn't let up, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Goodness, man. When Landry caught the touchdown, took the air out the ball, did his kicked the ball, picked it up, stomped it, man. I don't see how you didn't hear me all the way in Temple, dog. I was losing it, man. I was just like, he didn't even know what to do with the ball. He just pumped it, slapped it. Just get out of here. I'm done with you. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That was
our Super Bowl
now,
this year.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, I accused y'all of being able to intercept the ball, and I got cussed out. And so then what happens? Y'all get in there with Tom Brady, and you just, man, that guy that went crazy.
Yeah, man.
The Baylor kid.
Yeah, man. We just always play him tough in Miami.
You do. I mean, it's division, so people don't understand this. They're like, "Oh, this will be a blowout. Miami's not that good." And I'm like, "Yeah, you don't understand the NFL. It doesn't matter."
Right.
The Cowboys,
You play.
one win. The one win they had in 1989 was against the Redskins. The Redskins were good. They were 2 years from winning the Super Bowl this way and that way. So they were good. But hey, that's what happens.
So that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna talk about that for the whole off season. That's what I'm gonna be talking about.
Week 15 show, Dolphins, baby, Dolphins.
So what you talking about, man?
Let me tell you what I'm talking about. That daggum snow game in Buffalo. I've seen snow games my whole career. I've never seen a snow game where somebody just, when they tackle them, they disappear. Like them dudes hit them, you know. It was like an explosion. It was awesome, man. I mean, I never seen.
But my thing was like the refs. Like every time it was a catch on the sideline, the other teams would come back. It was out. You know what I'm saying? Like
the refs like, how do you know? Is that your business? You stand over there. You can't even see the lines. Like, what are you talking about, man? Where's the prisoner at? Drive the little snowmobile, man. Come on, man. The snowplow out there. Yeah. But I mean, this dude scored. I mean, almost scored a touchdown in the back of the end zone and disappeared into a snowdrift. I've never seen anything like it. It was crazy.
And they ran the ball that game too. It was like
more on that.
Oh, okay. I got more in that game too. More.
Let me tell you what else I'm talking about.
What is she talking about, man?
Man, I'm talking about the San Diego Chargers. I mean, who are they? The Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah,
I wouldn't even got
Los Angeles Chargers. 0-4, and now they're ready to make the playoffs because Kansas City don't want it. Oakland don't want it.
Right,
Denver sure don't want it. Denver doesn't know what they got going on. So San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers. I love it, man.
But man, it was something and I know I probably talked about this on a podcast, but I don't know their coach. You know, I never met him. You know what I'm saying? But I know he watches though. But one game he was like, you know what, dudes? I don't see anybody smiling. When it was on 4, he's like, man, just go have fun, man. It's football. Just have fun.
You are getting paid millions of dollars to go run around and play football, man. Let's go.
So he did see the show. He knew.
Yeah.
Man. He went out there. He said, let's go. Yeah. So they went out there and they just go out there and play, man. Stop being so uptight and everything.
Evidently they listened to him because I think they've been 7-2 since. Wow. So yeah, they're looking good. I've always kind of I kind of grew up when I was real young. The kind of Air Coryell Chargers with, you know, Dan Fouts and Charlie Joyner, my all-time favorite receiver. You know, Wes Chandler, Kellen Winslow, Chuck Muncie, James Brooks. I mean, they had it going. A year before that, they had John Jefferson, too. So they were killing it. And I love that offense. By the way, do you know who coordinated the Air Coryell San Diego Charger offense?
I don't know.
This is good. Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs. That's how he got the Redskins job. Pretty interesting.
Went counter Trey after that, huh?
Yeah, that was what was funny about it, was because he got to the Redskins. It was kind of like, all right, what do I have to work with? Well, you have a 33-year-old running back that's 270 pounds. Like, yeah, let's run him.
And your whole line is like 2,000 pounds. So yeah, this dude get behind him and go.
Hey, who is Tyrone Thompson?
I don't know. What am I chilling doing, man?
This old piece of crap right here. He's younger than me. He's got a grandkid. I got 3 1-year-olds. You know, it's like, you know, we're practically the same age. All right, man. All right, so let's kick it up. We're gonna do a little something different this time, which is you're gonna hear that a lot around here. But we're gonna try doing a ranking, the top 10. So we're going to go 1 through 10 on each position, right, and just kind of see how it shakes out. And we're just going to, you know, kind of filter through, like, all right, why is this guy so high for you? Why didn't this guy make the top 5 or whatever for you? That sort of thing. And so we'll just start when I'll let Jay, you know, rattle off his top 5 quarterbacks. I'll rattle off my top 5, and then we'll just kind of see what lines up and see what shakes out. Just see what happens.
All right. Well, before we get in this, if you're in the playoffs and you're still playing, congratulations.
Yeah.
And if we helped, you know, to send a check to.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. PayPal address is, you know,
Fantasy Game Time. But if you followed us and you're picking first next year, then
hey man, it's your team. You're coaching. Your job to coach the team, man.
For entertainment purposes only.
The big jerks. Jay's pulling out the 1981 local news anchor. He's got papers.
I
and
know,
everything.
right? Okay, today in Metropolis. Now, my top five. You want my top five?
Top 5 quarterbacks.
Top 5 plays this week at quarterback.
Come on.
I like Breeze at the Jets. I like number 2. I like Big Ben at the Patriots. 3 is Brady at Pittsburgh, so that's the highest scoring game for me. 4, I have no one at the moment. Wow, is this live? Okay. 4, I got Rivers at Kansas City and Goff at Seattle. Those are my top 5 plays.
Okay. Well,
What
that's
we got?
interesting
Okay, why is that?
because I didn't have Goff in the top 10.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't have Breeze in the top 5. And
Okay, read yours then.
all right, so here's what I got. I got Rivers at Kansas City,
Okay.
number
Bing.
1. I got Wilson versus the Rams. I got Rodgers at Carolina.
Mm.
I got Tom Brady at Pittsburgh, and I got Big Ben versus New England.
Okay. Well,
So what did we agree on? Anything?
yeah, we got Brady was in there, Big Ben was in there,
And Rivers was in there.
and Rivers was in there.
Okay, so who are our outliers? You had Breeze and Goff,
Yeah.
and I had Wilson and Rodgers.
Well, I got Wilson at 6. So I mean, he's right
But he's
there.
not in there.
We're
He's
in
not in the top 5.
Oh no, he's not in the top 5.
All
but
right,
he's-
so let's take a look here. Why is Rivers number 1 for me and 4 for you? I love Rivers this week because he's playing against a team that's like 31st in the league against quarterbacks. They seem completely disinterested in playing defense these days. So, who's your number 1?
I like Breeze.
The Jets always seem to play a sloppy game to me. It's always like ugly and
Well, I think the reason why, and this is the only reason why I did this, because they lost McCown, and it's like that was like their, because they were overachieved all year.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this week with that loss, they're going to be who we thought they were. They're going to suck, and they're going to be like, you know what? We were doing good, but it's over now. So Ingram hit him a couple of times, and then next thing you know, they're done.
But that's why I don't think Brees is a good play.
You like the running backs?
Well, because they found an identity in the running game, and if they get up, they're not going to throw. They're going to get up, and they're going to get up, and they're going to run. That's why I had him a little lower.
Okay, I just it's more of how bad I think the Jets are going to play.
Okay.
I think they're just going to.
Well, you're not going to get any argument on me on the Jets playing bad, so I'll definitely go with that.
Hey, what's up, Tim? Man, it's been a while.
I know, man. See some faces we ain't seen in a long time, man. Need to have Tim over for dinner or something. You didn't have Wilson in there.
Well, right after that, I got Wilson,
Okay,
and then I
So
but I
we're-
want to talk about Rodgers.
go ahead with it.
Okay, I mean didn't he hurt his throwing shoulder? Was it okay?
Yeah.
And Carolina,
But it didn't hurt it. He snapped a bone. It's not like it's it was.
oh, that didn't hurt at all.
Oh no, there was no pain. There's no pain in breaking your collarbone. What I mean is, there's no
I mean, let's
structural.
put 5 screws in there. Yeah, let's go. Whatever.
It's not a structural thing, is what I'm saying. It's not muscle. It's a bone. It's like if it's healed, it's healed. So let's go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
And
make
Romo's shown you. Well, as soon as you break your collarbone, it's no big deal. Just drop back out there.
Well,
No, but I feel like Aaron Rodgers is enough of a egotistical jerk to kind of go out there and go,
I mean, they say it in front of the
Oh,
camera.
did I say that did I say that out loud? Oh,
I thought Favre was the one. So they both were jerks.
no, Favre's not a jerk. Favre's fun loving, a good guy. He just throws makes a bunch of bad decisions, throws a bunch of interceptions. Most overrated player in history. But I didn't. Did I say that out loud too? Did I? Okay, all right. Anyway,
Speak your mind, brother. Man, I go for 3 weeks and you just get beside yourself.
we're just gonna blow some people away today. All right. No, I just think he's enough of a me guy to kind of be like, yeah, hey, I'm back.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
double
all they
check.
had to do was just kind of keep it close because, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, he ain't even in my top 10.
Whoa!
So remember that.
Whoa!
Because I'm going to make you throw it deep. You're going to have to show me that you back.
It's not an arm strength thing. It's a bone. You know, I mean, I don't buy that.
I mean, but
You don't. I don't have to. I don't play for Carolina. I know.
no, but I mean, my collarbone feels just fine. So I mean, I never broken my collarbone before.
Me either.
Oh, see, so
Yeah, I don't run into 300-pound linemen.
So I just feel like it's going. I'm a wait a game on
Okay.
that one. So
I can't.
what? Oh, now it's coming out. Now it's coming out. This guy's trying to help his case.
No, that doesn't help my case. Normally, I have to I have to slow play it and sandbag it. Like, well, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to do that good. And bam, 5 touchdowns. Yeah, suckers. You know, yeah, like no, I can't do that.
Let me run
So
golf. I mean, why you hating on golf?
I'm not hating on golf. I just, you know how Seattle is, man. It's like,
man, there ain't nothing, man. There ain't nobody. You ain't no.
it's on the road. It's going to be loud. It's going to, you know, I still kind of looking at him kind of cross-eyed in terms of.
You been hating on this dude. We get it, man. The one HBO special, he said something, you just can't get past it.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Todd Gurley better than I like Jared Goff in that offense. I mean, they got a $50 million receiver that hardly touches the ball.
Right.
I mean,
so imagine what's going to happen when he do get some receivers coming up years.
apparently, they'll just go to Buffalo, and whoever's left over at Buffalo, they'll just grab them.
So I'm gonna run down my I got.
Hang on, let's talk about the Pittsburgh New England game because we both had Brady and Ben.
All right. Well,
so why did you have who did you have first, Ben or Brady?
Benjamin.
Okay, why?
Because that's what I'm talking about. Did you see what Jay Cutler, Smoking Jay, did to the Patriots?
I did.
And
I did.
I mean, this dude could like retire forever now after that game. I mean,
they
he actually showed emotion. So the Patriots don't have any kind of pass rush at all, and
missing some guys.
They get them and like, oh, you good at rushing the passer? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't come here rushing no passer. You gonna want some money, huh? You gonna want some money? Get up out of here. So that's just, you just let Ben sit back there, and it's not going to be pretty at all. I mean, Bryant might get hot this game because he's going to sit back there. So yeah, that's why it's going to be one of those kind of. I think Pittsburgh going to win.
Well, here's what I got on Brady. When he plays against Pittsburgh, he averages 294 yards a game, and he's thrown 29 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. That tells me he doesn't struggle too much against Pittsburgh either.
But see, the thing is, because Kiki Taylor, a big Pittsburgh fan.
Oh, here we go. We should have tagged him in this.
But, I mean...
We can't have him on as a guest. We would never be able to say anything.
At least about this game.
Yeah.
But the thing is with him, man, is like Pittsburgh, like last year, Houston gave Brady fits.
Right.
And then they play Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh rushed 3, dropped 8. Like they're scared of him or something.
Yeah.
We played them last week. We just brought pressure. And they just act like they're scared of them, and they don't blitz them, or if they do, it's like they show it so quick to where, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they lose their identity when, and you know, they overthink it maybe. So that's how I look at that.
On that note, I love that approach with a great quarterback. Don't be afraid to blitz him. Like, oh, well, he's good, so we can't blitz him. Well, make him earn it. Crap,
right,
you
right.
know.
That's why I say, like with Rod, you're going to have to beat us deep.
Yeah, what if you get home and you like hit him and the ball comes out and it's on the ground? What about that? Yeah.
And like who, you know, well, but that's why I think of that.
I mean,
game.
what has Tom Brady ever done? Oh, well, that's probably not a good argument. All right. Bottom six. I've got your best friend, your cousin, your Christmas card list, Case Keenum versus Cincinnati. Blake Bortles versus Houston.
Wow.
Cam Newton versus Green Bay.
Wow.
Breeze versus the Jets. And then Alex Smith versus the Chargers. Now, mind you, I have to tell you this before. I should have told you this before we started. But you know how you rank people, and then if you look at the way they actually finished that week, it's nowhere close to what the actual rankings were before the week. I've taken that into account, and I basically just don't give a crap in terms of like, oh, well, that's not the prevailing opinion. Well, that's too bad. That's what I'm going with.
Right.
You know
it's
what I mean?
our show.
Yeah, I mean, but it's first of all, it's our show, but second of all, I mean, it's kind of like it doesn't matter if you disagree with the experts because it never finishes the way that they thought anyways. So what's the difference? So I'm just going with it.
Well, you know what, man? I don't even have who'd you say?
Keenum,
I
Bortles.
don't have Keenum is not in mine. Alex Smith is not in mine.
Bortles
is not in mine. I mean, his name is Bortles. I mean,
Newton
really.
or Smith?
Newton right on the end, and Smith no. I went.
So we completely disagree.
Yeah.
See, I'm the contrarian here. I'm just kind of was like, man, I'll give a crap. I'm going with these people right here.
So now I got Wilson. I like Dak.
Dak Prescott
at Oakland. I actually like Matt Ryan at Tampa Bay because I did a Russell. They're last against the pass, so I did a little homework on that. So that's why those other guys you got, I can't. It's championship time, man.
It's championship time, yeah.
I mean, you think I'm gonna put my championship on Brick Bortles? Yeah, that guy.
Brick Breakles?
I'm going with Matt Ryan's of the world.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going with people that done show me Dak. I'm going with Dakota.
Rain Dakota.
Yeah, that guy. So
Rain Dakota, it was 17-10 with 4 minutes left in that game, and we had the ball deep in our own territory. So he had about 100 yards.
And he catches the ball too when he throws it. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember now. All right. So you're gonna have your minute. I don't hear this. I don't hear any Cowboy news now. Dak, when he went over to the sidelines, Dez. I heard about this.
Yeah, sorry about that. He goes, "Oh man, I'll overthrow you all the time. Don't worry about it."
I thought he said a little more demonstrative than that, like shut up,
quit talking about it.
Dude, quit crying. You're a grown man. You're
all right. So you're kind of, I would say, more conservative, more play the.
It's playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah,
I hope we can win a game.
You think I'm gonna put my playoffs on Case Keenan?
Hey, to me, he's a borderline MVP candidate this year.
How long since I seen you, man? You had no more kids since I left, have you, man?
No, man. Okay, man, I'm tired of that, man. I ain't calling you no more for that. I ain't gonna put you on no more YouTube videos. I'm sick of you. Shoot. So. We'll just
disagree on quarterbacks.
Completely disagree on quarterbacks. I have a feeling that's going to be a trend. Because it's
that's good stuff.
I just I threw caution to the wind because who cares? These guys.
Some people actually do care.
They're wrong every week.
No, I'm talking about people playing. Right now.
Yeah, I care too. I mean, I'm having to start some of these people. Having to play against them. I definitely care. Of course, the jerk that I'm playing's got all the top guys.
Yeah.
There's a reason he.
Hey, jerk.
Hey, Joe. There he's watching. Yeah. All right. Hey, all right. I actually didn't even see that until I said that.
Sure.
All right. I didn't. But not like I wasn't going to say it anyways. Jerk. Lead the league in scoring 8 times in 13 weeks. Big pile of crap. I hate that guy. All right. He took my role.
Running backs.
All right, running backs. Give me. Let's go shorter. Let's go top 3.
Okay. My top 3 is Bell at New England.
Bing.
I actually like Collins at Cleveland at my number 2, and I like Ingram versus the Jets.
Okay. I took McCoy versus the Dolphins. Drake at Buffalo. And Bell versus New England. Now, why would I do that, Jay?
Why? Why? Because traditionally, we play McCoy real good.
No.
So
you normally could. In normal conditions, you probably could.
But I don't think it's... I've been looking. It's not going to be like before.
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be a ground and pound kind of game.
Right. But it's not gonna be that.
And I'm a believer in your boy, Drake. I'm a believer. I mean, that dude. He caught a seam route.
Right, but then fell on himself.
Well, because he tripped and fall on himself. Kind of like, remember that one time you threw me a deep ball in flag football and I just kind of caught it and then fell down? That's what it looked like. But my point was, I haven't seen like a guy run a deep route like that since like Thurman Thomas. I mean, he just like took off.
You're right. I didn't even look at it that way.
He's I mean, what do you want? Running back? Okay, what do you mean to do? Run a route? I'll run a route. So I mean, I like him. He's gotten 200 combined yards, 2 weeks in a row. Love it. Keep up the good work. It's going to be cold. They're going to run it, and you the man. Go with it. Ain't nobody else there.
Right. I got them in mind, but I don't have them that high.
Okay. All right. So, So give me your next three.
I like Gurley at the Seahawks.
Bing.
I like Freeman at Tampa Bay, and I like Gordon at Kansas City at number 6.
I don't have Freeman or Gordon in my top 10. I went with Gurley. Agreed with you at Seattle. He's just, man, he fits that offense good, and he looks outstanding right now. And I actually even kind of like his backup because I have a little, connection with that guy, Malcolm Brown from Texas. I like that guy.
Right.
He's good. Alvin Kamara. I think if he comes back, I think you saw how important he was in that offense. When he went out, it's like they couldn't move the ball.
And see, you know what? I did this not knowing he did practice the last couple of days.
Yeah,
he would be up there on mine.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then I also went Ingram against the Jets because they're the Jets, and kind of like what you were talking about with the quarterback. So I agree with you about the Jets. I just disagree about
the passing side.
Yeah, how they're gonna score. Yeah, we both agree they're gonna get blown out.
Okay, well, how about Mike Collins? You got him on your top 10?
I don't.
Man, so you don't like that matchup against Cleveland and what he been doing?
I think Cleveland is poor against the pass, but I don't think they're that poor against the run. So while I know what you mean about, if you see the Browns, just take whoever's playing.
But he's been playing that good though.
Oh, he's playing great. I liked him coming out of college. I hate it because I was in fantasy. We play mostly dynasty leagues, and so we're always all about the rookies, and we're always looking into that. And when he was coming out, I'm like, I really like this guy. I like his style. I like his. He fumbled
get him late, maybe.
He fumbled too much in college, so maybe he'll end up somewhere that he's going to be like third string, and then he'll bounce up and start next year or something. And then he went to Seattle, and I was like, Seattle. They got like 14 running backs, man. I mean, this is
running backs go to die.
Yeah, we're running backs go to blow something out. By the way, I got a question about that.
Oh, hey, what?
All right.
Can you name them all? Go ahead.
Heck no, man. Goodness gracious. The Seattle running backs over the last 2 years. They've had to have gone through 35, 36 running backs, something like that. I mean, they just a guy goes in. Something happens. I mean, eardrum burst, knee, encephalitis. I mean, something happens and this guy is out. And so does that change your view of Marshawn Lynch? Meaning, this guy ran in that offense for a long time, pounding and like rarely missed a game.
Right. I mean, but I already had a high
respect
for him.
Yeah. But I mean,
we've been friends that long.
I mean, they get
finish my sentences.
Can I start? Yeah, finish each other's sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say. All right. No, but I mean, this guy plays in this offense and never gets hurt. They bring in anybody else. 2 games.
My buttocks.
Something bit me in my buttocks. Like, come on, man.
Something bit me.
Quit being hurt, man. Yeah. Put your knee back together and let's go. Gosh. All right. Next four.
Okay, so
last four.
My last 4 is at 7, 8, 9, and 10.
That's going to be how it works.
All right. So at 7, I got I like Hunt versus the Chargers. At 8 is Howard at Detroit. At 9, I got McCoy versus Miami. What are you doing, man?
I'm just waiting for you to say something I agree with.
At 10, I got Drake at Buffalo.
Bing. Okay. Hey, my top 2 guys you finally thrown in there at the bottom of your 10. I got Leonard Fournette versus Houston. I don't know what his problem is.
Man, and see, that's something I want to talk about. And this is my issue. Let me just get my issue out the way. Because I'm finding out what my problem is, and I'm doing it. I've been doing this like the last 5 years, man, and it's costing me championships. I cannot get past. It's even in fantasy, there's seasons in a season.
Yeah, big time.
You know what I'm saying? Like the first,
whoever was winning the week 4, they're not winning anymore.
Right, and who's been going off in week 4 don't mean they're going off in week 8. And I have to get that in my mind and stop putting Hunts of the world in when now it's not Hunt game anymore. It's not Fournette world anymore. It's Kamara's world.
Okay,
when he wasn't doing nothing then.
Once he's not doing well for 5 consecutive weeks, I mean, okay, you might want to bench him. Like, that's okay. He's not coming back.
Right, and that's the perfect example of Hunt came out just on fire. You know what I'm saying? Kamara was slow, but now he's taking the reign. Fournette had his moment, but then he died down. Those kind of things when you cannot. It's hard for me to go into playoff fever.
Playoffs,
like like the last 3 games and starting a Burkhead.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Who would do that?
If you want to win, you would have done it. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
Yeah. See, that's the part. That's the stuff I have to get over. That Burkheads of the world is a must start. Like you say, Drake now is like starter. Collins are starters. So in the beginning of the year it would have been, Ajayi's and that kind of stuff. Sure. When you have to switch.
You can't always dance with who brought you.
It's good to do it early because, it's early, but after a while, if you don't want to dance.
Listen, man, I'm going to need you to go get some punch or something. I got to find somebody that can move a little bit.
Right, and I'm finding out more and more that's my issue. I don't know if you have that problem, but
I don't have that problem. I have the problem on the front end having the long enough vision in the draft to think like that. Meaning, once you draft your top 10, the top 10 rounds, you got to start thinking, okay, now what's this league going to look like in week 8?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've tried to start doing that the last couple of years. You might see in the redraft league, you might see younger players getting picked later in the draft by me, and those are kind of like my draft. This year it was DeAndre Washington. I just knew Marshawn Lynch would get hurt. And of course he didn't. And he would be valuable either to trade or to keep. So anyway.
So that's where I'm at on that, and I need help.
May I go to my 7th one now?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Jamal Williams at Carolina, Latavius Murray versus Cincinnati, and Christian McCaffrey versus Green Bay. Okay, now let's see what else we got here.
You stuck a white guy in there on me, man. Don't be sneaking white guys, man. You say it with your chest, man.
Man, I have to. Hey, hand me some of that crow over there, man. Let me eat a little bit. I have to eat a little bit of crow just in terms of, is he fantasy productive? Yes.
Right.
Yes, he is.
And that's all that matters.
Yes. And that's what we're talking about, and that's what you draft him for. Is he Danny Woodhead? Yes. But is he productive? Yes. Is he going to rush for 1,000 yards ever in his career? No. Is he rushing between the tackles? No. But he's got a role.
And he's healthy.
He's healthy. He's on the field. He's catching the ball. He's actually getting in the end zone. Could have knocked me over with a feather. What do I know? But still not going to lead the league in rushing. He's not that running. He's an offensive weapon. He's not a running back. You know what I mean? So, and that's fine. I mean, Darren Sproles was probably top 10 like 3 years in a row, something like that, with the Saints.
Combined.
Yeah, and just in points. So I think that's kind of the role that he's got, which is fine. So hey.
All right, good job, man.
Hey.
I like that.
Hey, it's all about the humility, Jay. I'm the best in the world at humility. So,
how about you wide receivers?
Wide receivers. All right, let me give you my top 3, and you can tell me if I'm stupid or not.
All right.
Well, don't tell me that. All right. Antonio Brown.
Okay.
He plays for Pittsburgh. He's number 84.
And if you didn't pick him, I was going to leave.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Well, go home.
I'll give you an extra little free tidbit. I didn't even want to charge you for this.
Okay.
In my opinion, he's the best player in the NFL pound for pound. Pound for pound. I mean, what's he weigh? About 158? I mean, he's pound for pound. He's the guy. He contributes on special teams. He makes every catch you can imagine.
I know.
His routes are awesome. He's always open. Like, the other team knows who's getting the ball,
right.
and this guy catches 10 balls.
Man,
a game.
you know, when I watched the game the other night, it made me think of Peyton in his prime. I think it was after a Super Bowl. and they played the first game, and I remember, I don't know who they were playing, but every time they went like one safety or guessed wrong, he made them pay.
Oh yeah.
Like every time, like the one time you come out of the coverage, then you're in trouble, and that's what happened with Antonio Brown. Is like the one time you mess up and have him singled, then he's
Don't
getting
do that.
Yeah, it's like I don't even care what the play was called.
Don't do that no more.
We look out there and it's like, oh,
Pickle. I mean, yeah, we're fixing to kill these guys right here. Yeah. You remember the Super Bowl? I guess it was New England against Seattle. I don't know. I don't know if we were watching it together or if we just talked about it later. But there was every play there was safety help on Gronk, except for one. Right. It was one play, and it was a linebacker on him, and he was split out. And I was like,
yeah,
he's throwing this one to Gronk.
The whole world is like,
hey, number 87 is running against 54. Okay, that's going to be a touchdown right there, and it sure enough was. So
yeah, that kind of stuff. That's when you're great. Like you're only going to get 5 opportunities to make a big play this game, and every time you make it work. That's good stuff, man. So yeah, he's number one.
So Antonio Brown, number one. He's gonna be number one every week. As long as he has ankles and knees, he's number one. I mean, I don't even care if this guy, has the flu. He's number one. Keenan Allen at Kansas City and Jordy Nelson at Carolina.
Here you go.
Here go that man again.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna wait a week on that, but go ahead. I got Allen number 3.
Okay.
So we're good.
Yeah,
learning, man.
Hey, all right.
But I got Julio number 2.
Okay, here's my Julio thing. I've had Julio all year, so I really kind of feel like I got a intimate knowledge of Julio Jones. All right, okay, not biblically, but I know I have some knowledge of this man. That guy, he will catch passes and he will get yards. He will not score a touchdown.
Right.
I mean, he'll score. Well, he'll finish the year with 6 or 7 touchdowns, but he'll do them in 2 games. He'll get 13 catches for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then he'll wait about 7 weeks and do that again, and then the rest of the games are like 5 catches for 70 yards or something. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, thank you, Cole Beasley. I mean, I need. Can you be Julio, please? Go score touchdowns. I mean, he's probably
fair, but
as far as elite receivers.
Man.
As far as elite receivers, he probably scores fewer touchdowns than most elite receivers. Just because, I mean, he can catch like 1,600 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like,
right.
What are you doing?
Right, and they got a good run game too. That takes away from that when they get in the red zone, they actually run it and go in. So, some of it ain't his fault.
Well, he's on my list. He's on my 10, but I got him in the bottom 4.
All right.
So we'll get to him in a minute. So. So we disagreed about only one so far.
Right.
All right. So next 3.
And your boy is not even in mine. He's
Nelson,
not even on my paper.
Yeah.
And I know you're right. Once he gonna get back.
Aaron
right,
Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Makes Jordy Nelson get fixed. Watch.
I didn't go there, but
not like dog fixed, but like he's gonna he's gonna fix him.
When he got hurt, he got fixed.
Yeah,
he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, Brett Hundley. Not a good.
I like Thomas against the Jets. If y'all don't know, I'm picking every Saint against the Jets. It might be some hate for the Jets, knowing they're in my division, but I really just think they're gonna just go south like big time. I like Gordon against Baltimore. I like Hopkins at Jacksonville, even though I know your boy been on every outlet this week. Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
All right, so hold on right there. Those are your next 3? Okay. I do have Julio, but he's at 8. And I do have Hopkins, but he's at 9. And I do have Gordon, but he's at 10. So I had all of those at least. I have Adam Thielen versus Cincinnati. He's been about as consistent as anybody in the league this year. So thankful I traded him away. AJ Green at Minnesota. I know that's a tough matchup, but to me, and I talked to Mike, who's got AJ Green against you this week, and he's just like, I don't know what else I can do lineup wise. I said, let me tell you what you don't do.
Yeah.
You don't ever
Right.
bench AJ Green. He's one of the few guys in the league that can go for 10 catches for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right. With whoever.
Yes.
Yeah, and he is a touchdown guy.
Yes, and he is a touchdown guy. And really, outside of games that he's like injured and not playing, I mean, he's productive.
Right,
that dude just goes in there and
And
gets
they have
the job
nobody
done.
else to deter that, but he
That's right.
still get his. So I have him.
No,
on
they
there.
drafted a guy in the first round that's going to be.
Oh, we're gonna talk about him a little later.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. We're not gonna.
And then my other one is Devontae Adams at Carolina.
I do not have him on here.
Aaron Rodgers is back.
I got also AJ Green, Thielen. I got them. I got Tyreek Hill against the Chargers,
Don't have him.
and I also have my 10th guy is Dez at Oakland.
Definitely didn't put him on there. I have way too much knowledge about the Cowboy offense.
The
passing
last
game.
2 weeks, he scored touchdowns, and that matters.
That matters. That matters. It does.
It's
My
still
last
fantasy.
4 are Doug Baldwin versus the Rams.
Mm.
One of those guys that you just like. You never think of him when you think of like top 10 receivers, but he just like
Whenever he's against you, you think of him.
he's always he's a pain in the butt. He beat me like he basically he was the reason I lost last week. Julio at Tampa Bay is right there. Not going to score a touchdown, but he's good. DeAndre Hopkins against Jacksonville, like you said, really bad matchup. They are stone cold on defense, and especially against the pass. Bouye and Ramsey usually catch more passes than the receivers. And I know Ryan Emmons like, see, jerk, we should have drafted him. Yeah, I hear you. But you see what happened to our offense without Zeke too. So, and then I got Josh Gordon versus Baltimore. Another bad matchup, but just a good player.
Right, and they instantly started giving them targets.
Yeah,
So-
he walks onto the field and they go, "Hey, you're better than everybody that we have." So, okay, all right, yeah. So, yeah, I loved your pick of Josh Gordon. I didn't have some of your cats in there though. Some of the ones that you were caught. I didn't play Tariq Hill. I didn't have him on my list. There was another one.
Hill, I put
Dez. I didn't have Dez.
Okay, yeah,
We
yeah.
talked about him. I'm glad you're organized, man. That's really cool. This is a mess. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
But once again, you're playing. I think your picks have a much higher floor.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean that's good. That's good. But we'll just. I think we got a better shot of collectively hitting them this week because I'm taking some flyers. All right, our favorite position in the.
It's gonna be real quick.
Tight end. Basically, look, man. If you don't have Gronk, Ertz, Ingram, Graham,
Kelsey, yeah.
or Kelsey, you just put whoever you want out there because you somehow got through without getting one of them guys on the tight. You turn your paper over.
Let's go.
All right, so I got Kelsey versus the Chargers.
Bing, bing,
Gronk
bing.
at Pittsburgh.
Bing, bing, bing.
Henry at Kansas City.
Bing, bing, bing.
Henry, he's looking good these days.
Yeah.
I love it. Graham versus the Rams.
Bing, bing, bing.
Walker at San Francisco.
Oh. I don't have Walker.
What?
I got
Walker's been doing good.
Rudolph.
Rudolph's not going to play.
Oh, you're not?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay, well.
You might as
Take
well
him
be a
off.
red-nosed reindeer because that guy's not playing. Okay? He's...
Been waiting all night for that one.
Woo! Well, there's a play, and I'm going to see Brad Sham on Monday night. They do the Cowboys Hour. He has a couple of player guests or whatever, and so they do it at the Omni in Frisco, which is the Star. So we're gonna go up there and check out the Star and all that stuff. But years ago, early 2000s, mid 2000s, something like that, the Cowboys had a defensive back named Lance Frazier, right? And he was returning punts. And this guy caught a punt, and he broke into the clear, and Brad Sham was like, "Thank you, Jesus. Man, somebody go run this guy down." And he goes, Frazier catches the... Mo breaks the tackles to the middle, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, and he's tackled, and down goes Frazier. And Babe Laufenberg goes, "How long have you been waiting for that?" And he's just like, man, I've been waiting for years for the Cowboys. So, but now we got a Kayvon Frazier. So I know Brad's like, come on, pick one off, man. Let's go. Kayvon Frazier. Yeah, there you go.
No reindeer this week. No Rudolph.
No reindeer, man. Santa's gonna have to pull his own.
Well, he got work to do, so he can't play football.
We need to work off some of that weight. I'm beginning to look like him. So I got Zach Ertz at the Giants.
He's playing.
I think so.
Okay.
And I got your favorite player, Jack Doyle versus Denver, which was last night. And then Brait versus Atlanta.
Oh, I only went 5.
Why?
Because they're tight ends. I thought we don't go 5 for tight ends. Really? I got headache enough to try and think of 10 tight ends.
Cook versus Dallas and Witten at Oakland.
Oh, good for you, man. Good job.
Those stupid white overachievers. I hate these pieces of crap.
You just had to go 10, huh?
Yeah. All right. So it's time to skin it, man. Skin that smoke wagon, man. Jerk that pistol and go to work.
And I might be late on this skin it.
So, all right. This is, for those of y'all that haven't been watching the show, this is a player that maybe is not mainstream, but, man, if you get desperate, man, just pull the string and try this guy.
My skin it, and like I say, it's Garoppolo. He qualifies as skin it?
Sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's the top 10 quarterback.
Okay. That's my skin it this week. I mean, the guy been getting yards. He hadn't really been getting the touchdowns.
Man,
I think he like
won
a game maybe, but he been like right at 300 or over a couple of times. So
he's been efficient.
Right. And he's been like, you can see like he's solidified the position.
Sure.
Like it's a difference in the way they look.
So he's better than the 3rd round rookie.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, write that down. Yeah. All right.
Beathard or whatever he was.
Beat hard. Somebody like what's this guy's name? Beat hard? Because that's what's happening to him. He's getting beat up.
Yeah. So Garoppolo is my skin it, man. You know what? If you don't got nothing else, Garoppolo, just skin it, man. It might be that one game because I wonder why it took them so long to play him in the first place. Like, can
he like learn a little bit of the language first?
Man, what's to learn? Throw the ball to the open people.
Yeah. That's a bit of an oversimplification of an NFL offense right there.
Who you skin it, man?
Man, I have like a special. This is a very special skin it for me.
Okay, explain yourself.
All right.
You got explaining to do.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do. All right. My skin it this week is Tyrell Williams of the Chargers at Kansas City. Number 1, because they suck against the pass. They're 31st against wide receivers. I love the way Phillip Rivers is playing. I think he's been top 5 quarterback, NFL quarterback in the last month or so. He's just been really, really outstanding. And Tyrell Williams is kind of like their Alvin Harper from back in the early days of the early 90s with the Cowboys. He's the guy that he's not going to ever get 7-8 receptions in a game.
Yeah,
but he might hit a home run. And the reason this one's special is on my UFC team, I have 8 people on IR. 8. And I'm in the conference championship this week. And I'm using that guy. He is.
So
I literally am skinning this guy. Okay, so I'm making this happen. Okay, so I'm jerking this pistol and going to work.
All right, man.
Because
that's how you do it. Why come this far and don't skin it?
Why? Okay, so here's the thing. I got Hopkins, horrible matchup, number one against wide receivers. Then I got Marquise Goodwin, who, like you're saying, Garoppolo's really been making him kind of viable. Yeah. And then I had Josh Doxson. And Josh Doxson is like
He's the opposite of Julio. All you do is catch touchdowns.
But he didn't do it that much.
Right.
Like his stat line is almost exactly the same every week. He's got like 12 points, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. I mean, it's like it's always exactly the same. 3 catches for 40 yards and go sit down. That's once you get that, you might as well leave the game because you're not catching anything else. And their offense is sputtering. So I'm like, what? I got to find something. I looked on my bench, and there was nothing that I could really go with. So I was like, I'm picking up Tyrell, man. I'm picking up Tyrell. So skin that smoke wagon. I ain't scared. Jerk that pistol and go to work. All right. So we changed the name of this one. He's still asking questions about this when he came in tonight. But we love tombstones. So a lot of our things are named after tombstone things. And this one's you're a daisy if you do, meaning you're dead, pushing up daisies, you're buried in the ground. So this is don't select this guy. Don't use this guy this week if you can help it.
Oh, wow.
So what do you got at quarterback?
I'm gonna run through my people.
Run through them.
Quarterback is Aaron Rodgers.
My number 3. Go ahead.
Right. Running back, I don't know if he passed protocol or whatever.
He's all right.
Okay, Mixon, I'm done. You're no daisy at all. And my wide receiver, I don't know if is Jeffrey practicing. I mean, I guess I need to do a little homework before I come on here.
Jeffrey should be okay.
Okay, no, I'm starting. I mean, if y'all haven't heard, the quarterback got hurt. So
Mike's starting him this week.
Okay, and this one guy, you might have to search real far for him, and I had to give Corey more props because he told me this guy was going to do this, and this OJ Howard at tight end. Like, this dude just literally fell off the map.
When Winston's in the game, he throws it to Brate. That's why Brate's in my top 10. Winston's a Brate guy. OJ Howard was getting yards when Fitzpatrick was in there.
Yeah, and my receiver again was I got Jeffrey. I didn't know if he was playing, but Evans. This dude
went from being a beast to smelling like a beast.
Right. So he's in the tank right now.
Okay. All right. Well, you're a daisy if you do. Kirk Cousins versus Arizona. Arizona's not been very good against quarterbacks. You would think they would with Tyrann Mathieu and Peterson, but they've not been very good. But man, Washington's offense looks like they have completely their whole offensive line is out.
Right.
They're on like their 7th running back. I mean, it's like they can't.
And I don't think it's fair either because I mean they got rid of all his receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like they almost.
Well, they brought in Pryor. They just don't play him because Doxson's so good. Jay and I both rookie drafted this guy in the first round.
You couldn't have told us nothing.
Yeah,
man, we got the steal of the draft.
This guy right here. I mean, if looks could have killed this guy, had me dead when I took that guy right ahead of him. He was just like,
never liked you anyway.
Yeah, I never liked this piece of crap. I took a. This is weird. I don't normally do this with Dallas's defense, but I took Marshawn Lynch versus Dallas, and I'll tell you why. It kind of gets into my Cowboy minute a little bit, but when Sean Lee is out there, when he's on the football field, the Cowboys' defense is completely different.
Right.
And I'll go into greater detail on that in a minute. So I'm gonna take Marshawn Lynch basically because he's 50 years old, and their offense sucks right now, and Dallas's defense is different with Sean Lee out there. Then I'm gonna take Landry at Buffalo. I know Jarvis he's been playing pretty well. He's catching some touchdowns. He's being productive, but this game I don't think is going to lend itself to passing.
Right. I'm with you on this one.
Yeah, and so
that's why he didn't make my top 10, even though he's not right up there anyway. But
and my tight end, it was a guy that was in a lot of top 10 lists, but I didn't like him just because I don't like Washington's offense, and that's Vernon Davis versus Arizona. Once again, their defense is. It's not like their defense is especially good, but Washington's offense, they can't. It's hard to drop back and throw the ball when you hit your back step and there's a defensive lineman in your lap. And it's not like it's a blitzing linebacker. It's like a defensive tackle. Like, hello, hi.
Yeah, rushing 4 and getting
there. Yeah.
Oh,
rushing 3 and getting there. Yeah. So
hi, Janice. You said, hey, guys, but, I mean, I know you just meant for me.
What?
Love you. See you in a little bit.
Yeah. That's Evan Ingram's competition, Janice Thompson.
I didn't mention him at all.
Yeah, because you stopped at 5 tight ends instead of doing 10.
I mean, normally it didn't matter. I could be number 1, but I'm doing better. I'm out of the playoffs. I'm coming to grips. Because another one that fell off.
All right, man. Speaking of falling off, we got to turn to some negative here. Okay. You may go now. What player has worn out the welcome? It's time to go ahead and just cut the cord.
All right. I got a little rant right now, if you don't mind.
Do I need to dim the lights or anything?
You may go now, and I'm not trying to be harsh, But Carson Wentz, he's out for the year.
He tore his ACL, man. Of course you may go.
Yeah, but this is my deal, guys. I don't like running quarterbacks. Y'all don't understand. It's, you know how what it says, everything's good till somebody get hurt. It's all fun and games till somebody get hurt. Man, y'all don't understand. You're a franchise quarterback. You everything was falling in line for these guys. A Super Bowl run don't just come every year. It's something special when you see it happening. X 85 Bears, stuff like that, and you
86 or 87 or 88.
But you're the franchise quarterback. You cannot because now we go from
we're going to the Super Bowl
to
man, we're going to be a first round exit.
And
we just became the Raiders from last year.
And for some reason, fans cannot get past that because it looks so great when the quarterback just runs a touchdown. They go Mike Vick on you and stuff, and it just I have nothing against a quarterback running, but run to run out of bounds. Don't run to get hit. Run to slide. That kind of stuff. I don't care if somebody's coming and you a yard short of a first. You cannot
be a yard short and keep your shoulder. I could not agree with you more.
It just blows my mind,
this
man.
Is my big issue is at the college level because Dak has figured out zone read, keeper, hey, get what I can get, slide. Yep. Here it is. First down, touchdown, get down. That's it. You that's all you got to know. If you can get in the end zone, okay, that's fine. But if you can't, you slide and you get down.
Because you just turned a whole franchise back to mediocre.
But, all right, Texas. We had a little freshman in there, and he was doing pretty good. But they run him on power. Like power over the guard.
Like he's 250 or something.
41 blast. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Gosh.
And Abraham Wade made me understand, like, running backs are built to get hit. They're rocks running the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, quarterbacks, they're not in the gym enough. Their body's not made for a headhunter to hit them. And you're just too important to we can lose any position.
And be all right.
But if you're the franchise quarterback and you get hurt, man, it's just the season is done.
In Vegas, if any position gets hurt, anybody, it's less than a point. It's like never more than half a point in terms of the line.
Sway. Okay.
But if it's a quarterback, it can be 2-3 points. Yeah. It just I'm his vice president candidate on this right here. I support this message. Okay, I approve of his message here. Speaking of that,
okay,
you may go now. You can go ahead and take him off your roster. Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Because why? He doesn't stay on the field. He gets hurt. He sucks this year. I thought he was going to be like a top 6, top 7 guy this year, and he's been top suck more. I mean, that guy's been horrible this year.
Right.
If you can't complete passes of tight ends, you might want to go ahead and just step off and see if Matt Castle or Brandon Whedon or whoever they got in there, they can mess around and make that happen for them. I think they're collecting former Cowboy backups.
Oh man, but Trey's a Titans fan, so we talk about this actually a lot. And for the life of me, he's the one person that I don't understand. Like in college, they were scoring like 70 points a game, and then he comes to the NFL, he's like conservative. Like
I'll say this. When he came out, if he would have been available in the rookie draft in like the 3rd or 4th round, I still might not have taken him.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't believe in him at all. Now, he ended up proving me wrong because he played really well, for the first couple of years. But I don't know. I'm very cautious about him, going forward.
I think he's hurt and just playing through it.
To me, he doesn't have the mentality to play football. That's just, to me. But he seems really
soft or something,
not soft, but
like Eli-ish.
Yeah, kind of Eli, kind of Cutler-ish, you know, kind of like, you know, I don't know, man. I just kind of, you
I'm
know.
from Hawaii, man. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
can we go have a luau or something? Like, what the heck are you talking about, man? Go run the ball, man. Let's go, slide. Anyway, all right. So,
Okay,
all right. Last week, somebody maybe popped out of the blue and did well. Who are you gonna bake a cake for, man? I'm gonna bake you a cake.
You know what? TJ Yates. I'm gonna bake you a cake, man. Yeah, I said it. TJ Yates with all these.
I love him.
He came in and said, "You know what?
I know who catches the ball here."
And I'm gonna throw the ball to him. And TJ, what kind of cake you want, man?
Man, God bless you, brother. I wouldn't have won without you.
Yeah, man. So I give that, and I mean he looked decent. I'm like, okay, yeah. So and Lattimore versus Julio, I'm gonna have to bake that guy a cake, man, because he was toe to toe with him. They were battling, man. This guy,
put that dude in a headlock, man. Put that dude in a headlock. You know who needs a cake?
Who needs a cake, man?
Trey Burton. Trey Burton. Apparently, it does not matter who plays tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles. If Carson Wentz is the quarterback, he will throw you a couple of touchdowns. He doesn't give a crap you 85, 86, 88. It don't matter, man. He will throw you a ball.
And I did not know of this guy at all.
27 points last week. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, I know. Okay.
Next.
Gotcha. Yeah. Heard you.
Heard
you. Yeah, definitely. So those are our people that are getting a cake this week. Not the Walmart ones either. We're going to bake it for them. All right. What made you go, really, man? Really? This week?
Okay. Now I got another little rant I have to go
go
through. For the life of me, really, I don't get. I'm from South Carolina. I've been in Texas more than half.
I believe it's pronounced South Click.
Yeah, South Click.
South.
South Carolina.
South Click.
South Click. Okay. South Carolina. And been in Texas more than half my life. I do not understand fans that go to cold weather games and sit out there and freeze, even in this day and time. So Buffalo, I knew it looked good and it was all mushy and everything. But really, you're going to sit out there and freeze to watch a football game?
Man, I
don't get it, man. And that goes for all cold weather teams. You know, if you got to shovel before you can sit down,
you have to bring a utensil into the building.
Yes, man. I paid my $300. Did you get the shovel? Okay, let's go.
What about the guys that take the shirt off and all of that?
Oh well, we know it. They got some special equipment they brought.
Well, the cold weather story that I got is from Abraham Wade. He told me that his dad took him to a Cleveland game in like January. He's like, hey, you want to go to the Cleveland? Ah, man, I go to the Browns game with you. Yeah, man. He said it was so cold there. They didn't even really care what was going on in the game. They were so cold. His dad said something to him at halftime, or he said something to his dad at halftime. His dad's like, man, I've been waiting for you to say something. I'm like, man, let's go. Man, let's bump all this, man. We're out of here, man. I ain't sticking around in this crap. And they were in Ohio. They lived there, you know? I'm like, come on, man.
So really, and we getting at that time right now, and NFL loved it. I mean, they got the shout of the crowd, everybody with their hoodies and all, and I'm like, nah, bruh. Nah, not finna happen. And I'm gonna have to pay for that?
I'm gonna pay you $85 to sit in this? And $50 to park the car?
That I ain't gonna be able to find later?
And $20 for a beer and a soda? I mean, a beer and a dog? Come on, man.
So really, fans? I mean,
can I stay with the fans?
Okay, what you got, bro?
Really, Jacksonville fans? Look, man, I know you pay a ticket, and I understand that
you feel like you're part of the game.
You feel like you're there, you know, and you're part of the game and all that kind of stuff. But when there is a 300-pound NFL athlete 3 feet from you, don't throw things at him. Don't throw things at him. He's ticked off anyways.
Right.
And I know you sound really big and bad, but when he's close enough to climb up there and snatch you down and beat the crap out of you, don't throw things at people like that.
That guy was on the same thing that guy that takes his shirt off in that weather was on. So that's why they get that liquid
You
courage.
knew what the situation was. Yeah, a little liquid courage poured right in there, and then all of a sudden we're good to go. Those are the kind of people that end up with the facial injuries.
Right, the reality hit. Like, oh crap!
It's a buzzkill when you get hit in the face by a 350 pound. Because that dude was climbing the rail, fixing to go take care of some business.
Right,
I thought Ron Artest was happening in the NFL.
Yeah.
I was like, "Woo, don't do that. Woo,
This is not going to end well.
It's not going to end well for you." Steve from Walmart Distribution Center, 62-335 out there. Might want to watch out.
And they got cameras everywhere and stuff, so you're not going to get away with that kind of I wouldn't.
And as soon as you start yelling, everybody else's cameras come out. Hey, this guy's fixing to get beat up.
He's a jerk.
Yeah. You got anything else? Because I got one more.
Well, I didn't understand how Graham didn't even get a peep. And
because Jesus loves me, this I know.
But I got a real quick, man. I know we rolling, but it's our show, so whatever. Man, they interviewed your boy Hopkins. Have you seen his interview? What I'm about to say, man. This dude hair has it does whatever it wants to do, and he lets it do what it do. They're interviewing him, and it's like hair just living and growing right in his face, and he just
he's weird, man. You know how wide receivers have those personalities and stuff like that? He's weird, man. When he was on, they were on Hard Knocks or
at least
something?
do this or something. Get your hair out the way.
I even still do that when I come up out of a swimming pool. I do like that because I used to have to do that, 100 years ago. No, but he's they had him on, what was it, Hard Knocks or something like that, and he's talking about, man, I think I'm gonna give me a Yorkie. I'm like, what? Yeah, man, put it in a little bag, take it to the club, and I'm like, have you lost your mind? What the heck is wrong with you, man? And so then I already knew he was a little bit, kind of out there. Then last week, they had him on sound effects, and this coach from the other team comes up and shakes his hand. He goes, man, I just want to tell you, dude, you're the best receiver in the game. And he goes, I know. He waited that long, though. I mean, it was about 3 seconds. I know. And he just walked off. Yeah. Appreciate you saying that.
Let me process what he just said. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
ding,
I know.
Ding. Yeah, man. So they interview him, and I can barely hear what he's saying, but all I see is just, it's not even dreads. It's just living. That's the only thing I can think of. His hair is living.
It's like an ivy. You look like the Cubs,
he has no control over
outfield
it.
Wall.
Yeah, dude, just move it back or something. But okay, man.
I got one more, really.
Really?
The Cincinnati Bengals get blown out at home against the Bears. The Bears are terrible.
Right.
They got a rookie quarterback that they're trying to make sure he doesn't throw any touchdowns or score any points, fantasy wise. Let's just take it easy. You get one read. If that's not there, throw it into the stands. It's like the ultra conservative.
Right.
And they put up 6 points or something like that, or they got shut out. They got shut out at home by the Bears. Wow. And they got Joe Mixon, they got they didn't last week, but they got Dalton, they got Green,
they got people.
They're the NFL people that play for them, and
and Lewis probably signed a 5-year contract essentially.
If you can coach a team that gets shut out by the Bears, it's like they were playing the '85 Bears. They played terrible.
Yeah, that was bad.
They played terrible, man. Yeah, no, I was thoroughly.
Disappointed,
unenthused, definitely. All right, it's time for our minute. You get a minute on the Dolphins. I get a minute on the Cowboys.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I had mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Okay.
Minute.
All right. I want to give some props to Rod Smith because this dude, we picked him up from off the waiver wire or whatever from Seattle, and then put him on the practice squad. And he's just kind of been one of those work hard kind of guys,
Mm.
you know, and worked himself up to the point where he's been a special teams guy
You
for
can't
us.
cut him, kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah. He just puts he's good. He's always going to be on the active roster because he plays special teams and all that kind of stuff. And then next thing you know, we don't have Lance Dunbar anymore, so he becomes the third down back, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like, okay, Rod Smith is in there. Because we had converted him to fullback 2 years ago, and like so he went from full. You know, he's like
That long you been in the league?
Yeah, just trying to keep this, trying to get this guy, trying to find some role for him to play because he was a good player. He could play special teams and stuff. So we just kind of, you know, just one of these try hard guys. And then last week he just busted out. He was been Jalen's brother up to this point. You know what I mean? And like I was saying, man, that game was 17-10 with 4 minutes left, and we were deep in our own territory. They're about to get the ball and try to drive and tie the game, and this guy catches an 81-yard touchdown pass, and then we get a turnover, and he scores another one. I mean, I was just proud of him. I thought it was cool.
He belongs.
Yeah, you just kind of like, you know, you just kind of those kind of people that you root for. So I thought it was cool. Plus his parents do a good job, and you know that they're proud because Jalen. I actually got to speak with Jalen, and couldn't be nicer. I mean, just a super guy, and just they're very respectful. And
Did he wipe his shoes off?
I mean, he was all right. When I met him, the dude was wearing like all white. There wasn't anything on him that wasn't white. White shoes, white suit, white tie, white shirt. I mean, everything. He was dressed to the nines. And the last thing is, Sean Lee can play football.
But
Sean Lee can play football.
have you seen him like in person? I mean,
Yeah.
So
Talk to him.
okay, is it me when I look at him on interviews and stuff? He just look like a guy. Like he
does. That's what's amazing about it.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, dude, don't even like.
Well,
you know, he's not like what's my man used to play for the 49ers linebacker retired.
Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis. Like that dude, like when you see him it's like crap.
You play linebacker.
Yeah, so it just when I see him I don't say, man, he plays
Here's a
linebacker.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a couple of numbers on Sean Lee. All right, we're since 2015, and you remember in 2015 we were terrible. Okay, we're 19-2 when he plays.
Wow.
19-2, and without him we're 1-6.
Wow. Seems like he should be talking to his agent.
No kidding. And then, but here's the amazing part. When he plays, we win by an average of 10 points. We average 27 points on offense and only giving up 17 on defense. That's like top 3 in the league. When he doesn't play, it literally we're one of the worst teams in the league. The average score is 29-17. So we give up 12 more points and we score 10 less.
Wow.
And that's like one of the bottom 2 in the league. So we literally, you know, completely. So I had a friend of mine that loves to hate on the Cowboys, even though he claims to be a Cowboy fan. He calls me whenever the Cowboys are doing bad. What's wrong with your Cowboys? I'm like, the team that you like, yeah. But he goes, Russell, I got it. Oh, what is it? We need to trade Sean Lee. Why? Because we can't function without him.
Really?
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Okay, whatever. All right. So, anyways, that's my Cowboy minute. Yeah. So, Sean Lee's awesome. Good for Rod Smith, basically.
Good stuff, man.
All right. So I changed the name of this one. This is our because I wanted to include things besides more or less. So I changed the name of this one to Pick Six. So we're going to just pick 6 things, pick 6 things against each other, and we're going to mess around and see what happens. All right. So the first one is Cam Newton or Ben Roethlisberger, more total touchdowns, passing and rushing.
I'll go first this time. Big Ben, easy.
I'll agree. Big Ben.
All right, more yards from scrimmage, Bell or Gurley?
Give me Gurley.
I'm gonna go Bell.
Okay, well, good. There we're squaring off on that one. That works good. All right, more receiving yards this week. AJ Green or Julio Jones?
I'm going Julio since you didn't have him in your top 5.
I'll go AJ just to be different because I'm just going to be a contrarian and not like you.
All right, more receiving yards, Kelsey or Ertz? I'm going to say Kelsey.
Me too, just because I'm not completely sold on Zach Ertz's health.
And who's going to throw in the ball?
Yeah. You did that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did it and went first, so I would mess that totally up.
I mean,
I always do.
All right, Kareem Hunt, 75 yards from scrimmage, more or less.
I'm going to say more. From scrimmage, give me more.
I'll take more as well, just because they're kind of starting to realize, hey, we were doing really good when he was running the ball. All right, last one.
All right. Diggs, 75 yards receiving.
I'm going to go less.
I'm going to go less, too. It's like they have plays for Thielen. Like, he could.
Right.
He trusts him
he's
that
the number
much.
one option.
Yeah, so I don't care if it's just an out. If we need somebody to run the out, it's Thielen. All right, so I saw that on many occasions. So, yeah, I'm going to go that. So
all right, you ready for a little game time?
Yeah.
It's game time on game time. Here we go.
All right,
Make it happen.
The loop. I'm ready now.
All right, okay. Christmas presents. What are you going to get this guy for Christmas? Okay, if you could give this guy something for Christmas, what would it be? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott.
If I can give Ezekiel Elliott something for Christmas, I guess I'll give him that little Salvation Army bell. Because that's what he need to be clinging right about now. And then he put them on the map. Like he got in that big bowl.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah. So, hey, they need to, somebody need to show him somewhere ringing that bell. And I bet Cowboy Nation and
Go nuts.
paraphernalia just go crazy.
I got a better gift than that. Maturity.
I think he learned it the hard way.
Yeah, he's figuring it out. It's cost him a lot of money.
Right.
He lost a lot of his bonus money because of that suspension.
And I think that just the playing is probably even more right now.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins, what you gonna get him for Christmas?
Cheddar. This dude finna get paid. Because people know it ain't his fault. People like him quarterbacks don't go on the market like what he's finna. So he finna get paid. He ain't gonna need nothing. He gonna be Santa. He finna get paid. And I don't know if it's like Jacksonville or who's gonna get him, but it's crazy to me that the whole thing with him in Washington just blows my mind. Like what did he do?
It's like they think there's other positions that are more difficult to find.
Like they got some other theory.
Yeah. I got something to give to him. How about respect? That guy, he needs an owner that respects him, a coach that respects how good he is. That guy needs some respect.
Yeah, I can see him coming back to Washington, like throwing for 5 touchdowns and like giving them the business. Yeah,
totally.
Well,
While Robert Griffin does what? All right. What are you getting this guy for Christmas, Josh Gordon?
I'm gonna give this guy
some applause.
Man. If he can go the rest of his games in the off season and stay straight, not that he's not straight, stay off the stuff.
If you quit hanging out with boys.
But if he stays straight this whole off season, I'm gonna applaud him, man, because we all got a past. We all, so I don't know his whole everything spiritually, but I mean, it takes a lot, and he came back on and hasn't really skipped a beat. I mean, I know they ain't got the quarterback to throw it to him.
It's the NFL,
right? And so I'm gonna give that guy applause.
I'm gonna give him sobriety. If I can give that guy one thing, I'm gonna give him sobriety.
And say, hey, every 5 minutes I need you to blow into this.
I need you to blow into this thing right here. Rob Gronkowski. I know what you'd like to give him. A knuckle sandwich.
If I can give Gronk something. You know what? I'm gonna give Gronk a flag. Because you know what? Because this the side of him that I know people don't want to hear, but it's the fact. What he did was totally wrong.
Sure.
But he does get the Shaq treatment.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Patriots at all, but it's not fair how this dude be getting destroyed, and just because he's so much bigger and they don't call a lot of the stuff.
Jason Garrett said that about Des Bryant last year. He goes,
Oh.
they're grabbing him, this and that. He goes, and he still beats it and everything. And he goes, but there's still a penalty.
So I'm gonna give him a flag, man. So when guys beat him up, he can just pull it out and throw it himself, man, because it is kind of bad.
I'm gonna give him some common sense, because he's not. It's kind of like he kind of does what Zeke gets in trouble for, but he never gets in trouble for it. People just kind of laugh at him like,
Right,
oh, good old Gronk,
right,
getting drunk and falling down at the club. That's hilarious, And then other people do it and they're like, that piece of crap, stay out of the club, you moron. Like,
we need to hire some people to follow him.
He just stepped over Gronk on the way out. Like, why are you slapping him on the back? Josh Norman, what are you getting him for Christmas?
Josh Norman. I would like to give him a different team.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because it's not his fault, man. This dude's elite corner, but I don't know. I mean, I know you're not crying tears for Washington, but they just don't.
It's not well run
at all, and it's
not as bad as the Colts, but they're not well run.
And the thing is, you got pieces, and you just refuse to use them. So,
Just auction. Excuse me. Sorry, I said something in my throat.
Yeah, so maybe another team if I could.
All right. What about Hugh Jackson?
You know what I'm gonna give him? I'm gonna give him a what is it? I'm gonna give him a scholarship.
Okay.
Because he probably gonna be coaching in college or something. He gonna follow the worlds of Lovie Smith and Herm Edwards and them of the world.
How does he have a job right now? He's won one game in the last 2 years.
But you know what? And this is the thing. Every year they get all these draft picks, and all the analysts and all of us to be like, man, they make their picks.
David Njoku.
They were smart. They traded around. They got more picks. They did this and they got more picks. And man, they picked up so and so, and they don't win a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
it's hard to win a game in the NFL, but it's not as hard as they're making it look.
It's hard to lose every game.
It's hard to lose every game too. Yeah. I'd give him a resume to fill out.
Scholarship. Yeah.
Because he's probably going to need it in the next month or so.
Yeah.
What about Brett Hundley? Last one. Brett Hundley. What are you giving him for Christmas?
Clipboard.
Me too. I hope that son of a gun never drops that clipboard again. Never, ever, never, never.
Oh,
I hate you, Brett Hundley. I wish you would have sucked more.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
So, hopefully you're ready to go for your playoffs now.
Right, man.
It's playoffs.
Playoffs, man. This is what it's all about. That's why you lift all them weights.
That's why you do all that crap.
Yeah, man. I know I'm not there to see you through it, but I got one I'm holding on to, so we gonna see. And for all those that beat me to knock me out, yeah.
Lump of coal in your stocking.
You're not getting anything
You're
for
not
Christmas.
Getting nothing, man. You ain't getting nothing.
So I just, it's good to be back. We made it through a couple of months of doing this. We trying to streamline it. We trying to be ready. We're going to still do stuff during the off season because we got a lot of dynasty stuff that we both do. So we still need suggestions. We still need comments.
Yep. We
still need some support, some love, some encouragement, because we like doing this. And it really don't matter who watching, but it matters who watching. You know what I'm saying? We want y'all to feel what we feeling. And some of y'all are pouring out to us, but, leave the discouraging stuff to your mama.
We know the parts that suck.
And a lot of it is us, but hey, we love doing this, and I promise I'll be more professional next time. Just one of them things, man.
We'll have a trapper keeper next week. Well, man, I know you got LFC this week for sure.
Right.
So I got my best friend Jay playing against my best friend Mike.
It's going down.
Somebody I love is gonna win, man.
It's for show rights.
For sure. Well, glad to be back. This has been fun. But Russell Maven, Temple, Texas. Jay Thompson, Killeen, Texas. We love you, America.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Pray until something happens. And
read your Bible.
Read your Bible. Don't let fantasy football jump in front of Jesus. Because Jesus be dropping the elbows on all of it. Cool. All right, man. Love y'all. Have a good week.
Peace.